busy with a lot of things actually. I'm quite busy being a presenter. I'm hosting for Indonesian Idol Junior. I am also an entrepreneur. I am still handling most of the stuff for DAMAN of Indonesia. And now being an actor, and the last but not least, I am producing a movie. It's called Susi Susanti with the theme of Love All. You know, a lot of people have this expectations about what happened when he's in Jakarta, you know, how does he feel and everything. But for the producer, for the director actually, he said everything that happens in Jakarta, you could probably watch it on YouTube already. So there is no need for us to make a movie about it. We're gonna make a movie about before he came to Jakarta, which is still in Bangka Belitung. It's a drama. It's a lot of relationship between his father and him. So his father is called Chung Kim Nam, and Ahok was still a little boy back then. And what kind of values that the father had to put in Ahok, and what kind of sacrifices that the dad has to give up in order to raise a man like Ahok. It ends on a very high note, a very good, uplifting, encouraging. The whole mission of the movie is like we're trying to create new Ahok. You know, from people, from the viewers, when they see the movie, they get inspired and they want to capture the values of this man called Ahok. Well, I am so inspired to take this role because I am playing a role model. When I got the latest issue of DAMAN, and Ronald Lim said on the editor's note, he said, you don't imitate the lives of your role model, but you imitate their attitude. So what we created through the movie, A Man Called Ahok, we create his attitude, his principle, and his values of a new role model, a modern hero role model. So people, the viewers, when they watch this movie, they get a sense of, okay, I want to get that value. I want to have his principle, and I want to have his attitude. I'm so inspired to take this role, definitely. I don't know if they casted a few other people, but like they have a few names on the list. And to be honest with you, I don't even think that I am Ahok's first choice as well. You know, like, I'm pretty sure he has someone in mind. You know, the last time I played a movie, it was 7 years ago. So 7 years later, I got another chance of acting, but then I've been doing a lot of presenting, right? Because I guess that's my full-time job, being a presenter. The day of the casting, he gave me the script, I was auditioning, and man, I even hate looking at myself in the camera. I said to him, I think this is the presenter Daniel. I'm so not used to this. You know, give me like another chance, right? For me to do another casting. But give me 1 month and I'll come back. I'll give you the proper casting. Daniel as an actor, not as a presenter. So I called up my acting coach, who I haven't called for the past 7 years. And I said, hey man, I need your help. So it was Mas Yayu Unru. So he came to the apartment, gave me the lesson. We had to break my presenter identity. I had to break it to become Daniel the actor, that I have to be comfortable acting again, you know, just being vulnerable in front of camera. Not like the perfect, hello, ladies and gentlemen, everything is great, right? But just like me being able to just show emotions again, basically, in the camera. 1 month after intense work of acting classes and acting coaching, I said, hey man, I think I'm ready. Please, you know, audition me again. And, you know, thank God. He looked at the casting video. One of his friends said like, hey, is that Ahok? I never heard him say things like that. I thank God again. It's like, I feel like I'm not a good actor. I'm a really weak actor, but throughout the whole movie, I keep praying. So it's not with my power, it's with his power that shows through the movie. And yeah, so we're about to find out. Obviously, it's a drama scene, and there is this one scene where the father was about to die. he's just saying what a man should be like. He's just, basing on his experience. He's just saying that, hey, you know what? In order to become a full man, you have to be like this and this and this and this or whatever, right? All those advice and everything. He's saying it so empathically. It's like, it got into my soul, right? And that scene, I was supposed to be pissed. I was supposed to be angry. I was supposed to be like, even when you're so close to your deathbed, you're still not satisfied. You're still, a typical Chinese dad, like you're still not fulfilled with all my achievements. I was supposed to be angry, but then I didn't realize that after that scene is the cemetery scene. So for some reason, while he was saying all that, I was just crying uncontrollably. I don't even know what happened. I was just thinking about my late grandfather, and I was just crying and crying and crying, and I was trying to hold it. It was one of the most emotional scenes, but it didn't make it to the movie. I think the hardest challenge in portraying Ahok is I don't have a high self-esteem, but he does. He is so bold in things. I'm an entertainer. I like to entertain people. I like to make people happy. So when people was feeling a little bit animosity from me, I would go, no, that's not what I mean. I would totally change. I'm trying to be as humble as I can, but that's not Ahok at all. Ahok is like, whatever, this is the truth. You want to take it or not? I know I'm right. And so I need to research why he has that boldness in him, and why is he so firm with his values, and if he's not wrong, why should he say sorry? Stuff like that. I'm like a total opposite of that. So I really try to get that character. So basically, the biggest challenge that I have to face is the fear of comparison. When people see the movie, for sure they will compare me with him, right? And if I failed at doing that, people will go, man, should have chosen Joe Taslim or Dion Wiyoko, man. It's basically the inner fight of my self-esteem, making sure that, Daniel, it's okay, you can do this. Be confident, you can nail this. A lot. I don't even know which one I can tell. I think his faith on God is something that I really admire, and something that I learned so much. The fact that he has this faith on God is what makes him so bold and so brave in order to confront anything wrong, because he knows he has the truth. He knows that God is with him. So in the end, he can tell anything that's encouraging, anything that builds up people, and that is the reason why people are so emotionally attached with him. So, and that is something that definitely I learned from him as well. I don't know him personally. I met him like 2 times actually. Like the first time when he wasn't a vice governor yet. He was still a candidate for vice governor. And the second time was when he was a governor and we had dinner and I just took a picture. I was so starstruck that I didn't say anything to him. I'm like, we've met before. And part of the reason why I took this role is because I want to get to know him personally. I want to learn from him. Hopefully, I wish I can have him as my mentor in life as well. But I don't even have his phone number, so we'll see. That's so funny. Right, so shooting this movie, the producers were saying, Daniel, don't worry, we're gonna get you to meet Ahok for like at least 5 times before we shoot the movie, right? So you can learn from him, see his body language and everything. But truth is, they couldn't set a meeting with him. So it was because it was the divorce times during that time with Ahok and Bufero. So in the end, nobody is allowed to meet him. So I couldn't get through. the producers were saying like, I think you're gonna get to meet him on the day of the shoot, right? So yeah, sure enough, on the second day of the shoot, while I was dressing up as Ahok, I was wearing the costume. I was even wearing a bodysuit to make myself look bigger and have like a little tummy, right? And with the hair like that, with a fake mole and everything. The director said, all right, Daniel, good take. Hey man, let's go to Mako Brimob. So we're gonna see Ahok now. I'm like, okay, cool. Just give me 5 minutes to change. No. Go in now. You know, we don't have that enough time. Bro, but look at me. It's okay, come. So then, of course, in Mako Brimob, I was still in character. It was so weird. I still speak like him, you know, like that. And I shook his hand, and it was like the real Ahok meet the fake Ahok, right? Just like next to each other. And I'm like, this is the most awkward moment in my life. And he looked at me in the eye. He was like looking, you know, back and forth. And he said, only the hair looks similar. I'm like, what? He showed support. We came in with a lot of books, you know, a man called Ahok books. You know, he signed it like Daniel, Mananta, Ahok. That's when I knew, oh, great. So it's like an approval somehow, you know, saying like, yeah, you know what, you're Ahok, you know. So yeah, and he was just joking. Isn't it supposed to be Daniel Ahok Mananta, not Daniel Mananta Ahok? This is so weird, but it's okay, you know. Yeah, I wrote it down anyway. Take it. Okay, yes, thank you. You know, portraying someone who's still alive, someone who's so close to people's heart, there is a lot of pressure. I don't want people to come out of the movie and say like, that is not Ahok at all. You know, what is he doing? The thing is like, people will compare, and I have to be comfortable with that fact. And there will be some people who's gonna go, no, that's not Ahok. But I hope the majority of people will go, man, you nailed it. You know, you probably don't look the same, but I could totally see the character, you know, feels alive in him. So that's what I'm trying to portray. So maybe not all Indonesians like Ahok, but when you ask a father, what kind of values do you want your son to have when he grows up? They were probably gonna say, I want him to have integrity, honesty, principle, boldness, and basically compassion. So these are the 5 values that I am so sure will impact the fathers and the kids. Currently, I'm making a movie as well called Susi Susanti, Love All. I am really hoping that through this movie, Susi Susanti, we can make an impact as well. We can create new role models based on Susi Susanti's life, and it will still sell ticket-wise as like one of the box office in Indonesian movie. And it can also inspire people not only in Indonesia, but outside of Indonesia. Obviously, you know, I'm really hoping that the Susi Susanti movie will make it to the Oscars, for example. Of course, that's like every producer's dream, right? We'll be nominated in the Oscars, or we're even gonna win an Oscar, you know? But that's me being a producer. I'm gonna still look like this, you know, like I think only better. I'm still gonna do the things that I do right now. Having a business with DAMAN of Indonesia, being a presenter, being a movie producer, and being an actor. I think in 10 years time, I'm still gonna be doing that, but in a much higher scale. The reason why I'm still doing everything that I like to do right now, it's because it's my passion. I don't think I'm gonna start opening up a restaurant, for example, because it's not my passion. These four that I'm doing right now, it really is my passion. I'll be doing exactly what I'm doing right now, but in a very higher scale. DAMAN of Indonesia, we are currently trying to get the Damn I Love My Country brand outside of Indonesia. We're trying to collaborate with AirAsia, with Tony Fernandez actually. I've been back and forth meeting him, talking to him, because his passion, he's always championing ASEAN. So we are using that in order to spread Damn I Love ASEAN in the ASEAN countries. So for example, in the next 5 years from now, you could probably see, Damn I Love Singapore, Damn I Love Thailand, Damn I Love Malaysia, and stuff like that, just around the ASEAN countries. And from that, I don't know, there will be another milestone that's probably outside of ASEAN, Asia, or America. I don't know. The potential is just limitless, right? When you found your passion and your purpose, I feel like that's the energy that I'm just gonna radiate around me, right? Because my purpose in life is to spread peace, love, and joy. The joy that I spread is through the platform that I get from Indonesian Idol, for example. Being a presenter on TV, I get to entertain people, I get to make them laugh. Whenever they see me on TV, they can forget about their problems, they can forget about their fight with their girlfriend or boyfriend, they can forget about their debts, for example. They can just enjoy, relax, watch me on TV, and they get entertained. And that's the kind of joy that I want to spread. And lastly, I want to spread peace. And the peace that I want to spread is like a peace where it's something ingrained in you. The peace that is not coming from outside, but it comes from inside, right? A lot of people, they got depression, anxiety attacks, they're scared about tomorrow and what the future might bring, and they don't have any peace. If you ask my inner circle, they could probably tell you right now that they felt peace after talking to me and after I changed their paradigm of thinking, like comparing to like before when they never met me or when they never talked to me. Those are the three things that I really try to do, and I know my purpose in life, and I'm always excited. Talking to new people, and suddenly they have this change of paradigm with things, and they go like, wow, I never thought of that. And I got this rewarding feeling from that, and that rewarding feeling just gives me another boost of energy, of positivity again.